What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got a old but new topic for you. A resurfaced topic from a fighter by the name of Ruslan Provodnikov. Ruslan Provodnikov used to be one of my fan favorites, of a few years ago. I used to like to see him fight, and he has good punching power, and he's one of those blood and guts warriors, a fan favorite. He was the guy that, even if he won or if he lost, he still gave you a good show, and the question is, he's been getting offers from different promoters wanting him to come back to the sport of boxing. The question is, should he come back to the sport of boxing? Well, I would normally say the fan spirit in me would want him to come back. And then it depends on his promotion, whoever promotes him, on who they should put him in the ring with. I think that I think that's the big thing about it. Just for the sake of seeing him fight and perform again, I think it would be great for the sport of boxing for him to come off. He's had a pretty good layoff. He's 34 years old, but he's not terribly old, but he has been in a lot of tough fights. The Herrera fight, the Bradley fight, the Matisse fight, those were all pretty tough fights, and those were all losses for Ruslan Provodnikov. But, those fighters that beat Provodnikov had to earn it, so it wasn't easy for any of them. But as much as I like to see Ruslan in the ring, I don't really care for him taking that type of punishment, because he takes a lot of punches. Coming from a guy that never been down, never been knocked out, it's still, discouraging to see him take those punches. He has, short arms, has a short arm length, and it takes a lot to get under other people's reach, to inflict his own pain. So, I don't know. I mean, it would be something to see. It depends on it really all depends on him. But I would like to see him fight Matisse again, even if Matisse beats Pacquiao or he doesn't beat Pacquiao. I would like to see a part 2 with that, because that would be a good matchup between two guys that have retired, because Matisse retired and he came back. So, Ruslan could do the same thing. But I would like to see a fight like that. But I don't like to see Ruslan take a lot of punishment. Furthermore, I think that his training and who trains him is a big thing. I think they need to teach him more defense. Because if he keeps taking shots like that, you ask why he only has, 25 fights? Because those 25 fights have put a toll on his body, So he needs some defense. He needs to learn some defense. He needs to get with a trainer that will teach him some defense, if they can't teach him necessarily defense, needs to work on his punch output, because Ruslan waits a long time back in the pocket and in range for other people, to snipe him from a distance. So, I think that if someone can teach him to be more aggressive, if they can, because sometimes you can't, train a fighter like that's been set in his ways. He's 34 years old, so he's been fighting forever. So it's hard to really teach him those type of things this late in his career. So, but he has to be promoted right, and he has to be trained right by the right person. Because Freddie Roach had him, but Freddie Roach really, his main concern was Manny Pacquiao when Ruslan was around. Ruslan was also Manny Pacquiao's trainer. I did think of this when the Pacquiao-Matisse fight was met. Of course, if you notice, Pacquiao was was kind of like the big brother to Ruslan Provodnikov. They were really good friends in camp, and they spent a lot of time together. And I always parallel that to how Floyd and Adrian Broner's relationship was, because Broner got beat to Maidana, and then guess who was fighting Maidana after that, which was Floyd. So Manny Pacquiao did the same thing when Algieri beat Provodnikov. Then he fights Algieri. Now Matisse beats Provodnikov. Now he's fighting Matisse. So that just, it goes to show you how fights are matched up and stuff like that. But yeah, I would like to see him back in there. But I just, under the condition, I wouldn't see him take much punishment. But, what kind of condition is he in? That's another question you ask yourself about Provodnikov. Has he been on the couch that long? Has he been in the gym? Has he just been eating? Has he got fat? What kind of condition is this guy in? Nobody really knows. So, we just got to see. But it's really up to Provodnikov. This is just a question I'm asking you guys. And you guys tell me what you think about the return of the Siberian Rocky. But anyway, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.